So I have the Canon T4i here, and this is going to be a test to kind of demonstrate the use of the pancake lens with its continuous autofocusing on the Canon T4i. I'm currently shooting in manual mode. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. We got the on and on to video mode. So I'm going to on to video mode. And we can see that I have a little generic R2-D2 unit, if I'm allowed to say R2-D2 online without getting sued by Lucas. Currently at 53.2. I'm going to go to 2.8, make it even a little bit more challenging for it, and touch the focus to make sure that it's focused on the R2-D2 unit. And now as I bring it closer, it stays focused on the unit and continues to focus as I move it nice and slowly closer, and as I move it back away it stays in focus. And that's at f2.8, which your depth of field is pretty narrow. Now let's do that a little faster and record while we do that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the record start button. You can see I have a little bit of battery indicator. I'm going to bring it close, and you can see that that was a little too close, and as it loses focus it starts to search, and then it's found it. Let's move it away faster, and it does a pretty nice job. When I've been testing this outside, a kid walking towards the camera, which obviously is the biggest change in focus, directly towards or directly away from the camera, and at normal walking speed it can do a decent job, especially if you're at an aperture above 2.8, like 5.6, and somewhere in that range where your depth of field is a little bit bigger, and you're not going to notice the person or the subject get out of focus. At 2.8, a little bit faster than a normal walk, and it certainly starts to struggle to keep that person in focus. The 40, the Pancake 40 STM on the front of this camera does a really nice job of quietly focusing, and the movements are very fine and maybe even call it delicate. You can hear, or I shouldn't say you can hear, you can feel it focus. I'll do another test in a few minutes that will show you the difference of what it sounds like with the focusing with the 40, which is very quiet, as I said, or focusing with something like the 51.4 which has a USM. The other lenses do not do as good a job, and when they lose focus, they really lose it, and it takes them a while as they search through their range to get it back. The 40 seems to do a much better job of finding that focus, and when it does lose it, is able to regain it more quickly. So it's a really nice lens. I really like the lens. The T4i is really quite impressive. The touch screen, I'll do a demo video of that in just a few minutes, is really nice, but a little quirky in some ways. It doesn't quite work as I expect, but it is always responsive. And I've been really impressed with it, and could certainly see using a touch screen, especially since all the physical buttons are still there as well. If they start to take away my physical buttons, I might feel differently about it, but for now that looks great. So I'm going to throw this review online for you all. Please leave comments if you have any questions at all while I have this T4i in my hand. Ask them. I'd be happy to answer in either text or video format, and I hope this has been helpful. Thanks.